The reaction told its own story, a collective groan that started inside Wembley but was shared by the entire nation. You didn't have to be an expert to come to the obvious conclusion. The England 11 that lined up against Slovenia will not play the opening game in Russia. This England team has no chance of going anywhere in the World Cup. But maybe, just maybe, this team will not be playing. In fact, it is more likely than not that this team will not be playing. This is the team that started the 20 win over Switzerland that qualified England for Euro 2016. Hartline, Cahill, Smalling, Shaw, Milner, Shelvey, Delph, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Rooney, Sterling. Fast forward 9 months, and this was the side that somehow conspired to draw with Russia in the opening game of the finals. Hart, Walker, Cahill, Smalling, Rose, Dele, Dia, Rooney, Lallana, Kane, Sterling. Add that up 6 different players, plus a completely different position for the skipper. The England 11 against Slovenia, and how England should line up in Russia next summer. Gareth Southgate will likely mimic Mauricio Pochettino's system at Spurs and play a 33,121 England fan scores at Wembley with paper aeroplane. It is, one would hope, unlikely that Gareth Southgate will drop Harry Kane into central midfield in Russia in June. We hope. But that piece of recent history tells us that, in terms of personnel and tactics, things are likely to be significantly different when England begin their attempt to scale the ultimate peak in June. Southgate has been mulling over playing with a back three since the end of last year. He did it, with reasonable success despite the eventual result in Dortmund in March. And it was no fluke that Thursday night's winner, deep in injury time, came when Kyle Walker won the ball 25 yards into the Slovenian half after Michael Keane had replaced Raheem Sterling and England had switched to a back three, promoting the full-backs into wing-backs. Kyle Walker is much more dangerous further up the pitch. He provided a brilliant assist for Harry Kane. Kane should lead the line as a lone striker like he does in North London. I suspect that, by the time June comes around, Southgate will have returned, more solidly, to that three-at-the-back system. I also believe, despite the Man of the Match award handed to Joe Hart, for one save and which ignored the fumble-fingered, stuttering and unconvincing performance before that moment, that Jack Butland will end up as Southgate's virtuose keeper. So, given the unlikely hypothesis that there are no injuries depriving Southgate of the players he wants, this is how I believe England can, and should line up in the World Cup opener. Butland, Keane, Stones, Jones, Walker, Dia, Rose, Lallana, Dele, Rashford, Kane. Adam Lallana needs to be in the team as he offers creativity and intelligence. Jack Butland left will replace Joe Hart in goal in Russia. That gives sufficient central defensive stability. Utilizes the wide defenders in their best roles, as wing-backs. Needs only one holder, allows Rashford's pace and zest, and uses Adam Lallana, the England player closest in terms of attributes to Christian Eriksen, to do what the Dane does at White Hart Lane and unlock Kane and Dele Alli. Mind you, if we could swap for France's reserve side, we'd have more chance. England fans hold up fate. World Cup after Harry Kane scores last-minute winner in qualifier against Slovenia at Wembley.